Almost 5 months ago, I started posting on Threads, and every time that I wrote about jealousy, these posts went crazy. I couldn't understand why until I found out myself exactly 1 month ago. The thing is, I have always been an open book, so I used to tell every single person that I knew what was going on in my life, what my next steps were, but somehow it never got me further than where I was at that moment, even though I knew these people didn't share the same vision as me. When I was in Bangkok last year, I met a real multi-millionaire. And again, I was an open book, so I told him everything. But this time, the conversation was completely different. One thing got stuck in my mind, and that was the moment when he asked me, "Tell me who your friends are, and I will show you your future. If you hang around with criminals, you will become one. If you hang around with lazy people, you will become one. And if you hang around with millionaires, you will become one as well." That's the moment when I finally realized that I wasn't the problem, but my environment was. When I returned back to Belgium, I felt different. I felt more comfortable in my skin. I started to work on my dreams. I even felt guilty for spending money, for going out, for being unproductive. So that's also the same moment that I started to stand up for myself. It made me feel better, but it made my environment worse. It drove me to a point that I went insane. Like, I was so done that I made the biggest steps ever. I decided to leave my toxic job 1 month ago. At the same time, I deleted more than 400 people on my Instagram, and I isolated myself. Only a few days later, my threads took off. I gained more than 5,000 followers in only 1 month, past 10K like it was nothing. So I decided to launch my first product ever and got 8 sales in only 1 week. I now have a brand that opened the door to my dream life. So I want you to know that if you ever get this weird, uncomfortable feeling around certain people, that feeling is never random. It's your body telling you that you are in danger. And yes, jealousy or envy can be very dangerous, and that's exactly the reason why I decided to make my first video ever about it, to go through the 5 most hidden signs for you so that you can recognize these patterns and how to get rid of it. Because I do believe if jealousy follows you everywhere that you go, that you are meant for way much more. So the first sign is when someone is rude to you for no clear reason, that person feels threatened by your presence. They hate your confidence, they hate your energy, or it could be the way that you carry yourself. So they will start to act passive aggressive. It's their own way to let you know that you are not welcome. And they hope if they act like that you will leave by yourself. And also listen to their jokes. Jealousy is always hidden in it. The second sign is imitation. The thing is, jealous people will never compete with you openly. They will always do it silently. They observe the way that you talk, your body language, what you wear, what you post, and they will copy it. And funny part is that they probably will act like they don't care about you at all, but yet they copy every single thing that you do. I actually experienced this at my last job, and normally I wouldn't care because it's a sign that people look up to you, right? But there's a huge difference between admiration and toxic envy. These people will literally try to steal your identity because they don't have one. They do this because they want the validation and attention that you get. But let me tell you something, they can copy every move that you do, but they can't copy your aura. And the third sign is that their eyes give it away. Envious people will always look at you differently. Sometimes they will look at you a little bit too long, analyzing you, comparing themselves to you, and other times they won't look at you at all, or they will look away the moment that you look at them. And they will act like you don't exist. So watch their eyes and watch what they do, but never expect a compliment from them or that they would say something to you, because acknowledging you means that they acknowledge their own insecurities. And the fourth sign is the most important one: their silence after your success. Pay attention how people react when you share good news or something good that happened in your life. Supportive people will always celebrate you, they will always hype you up to become even better, but jealous people will go silent. They will give you that awkward pause, and then after that, they might fake a smile, they might change, change the subject, or they could even downplay your wins and say something like, oh, it's not a big deal. They would probably make it about them. So that's your moment. If they don't celebrate you, it's your sign to leave. And the last sign is the opposites. Watch how people react when you share bad news. Suddenly they want to become your friends. They want to know the whole story, every detail, the drama, not because they care about you, but because they will gossip about you. On toxic workplaces, they use this to bond with each other or to make friends. The thing is, with people that only gossip about other people, it's because they don't have anything to talk about themselves. Because when they would talk about themselves, no one would care. So watch out for that friend that also only can talk about other people's behind their back, because they will do exactly the same to you. They will always target the stronger ones. So if they get the opportunity to use your story to make them feel better about their own mistakes, they will do it. So if you go through all these signs, you really have to ask yourself, is it worth my energy to stay here? Is this my end destination? If not, it is time to go. And I know it's easier said than done, because these people, they might be your friends, your family, your colleagues, your own partner, but these people are holding you back. Even myself, I stayed in so many situations longer than it was needed because I was scared of change. I was scared to be alone. I was scared to be disliked. And even 1 month ago, I didn't want to leave my job because I didn't want these people to think that they want from me. But that's an ego thing, and you have to go through that. Because, like, right now, I'm the happiest person alive. And I now say, like, if was really the problem, then why am I living my best life? And why do these people still have the same problem? So I promise you, if you make that step, it's for the better. Make space for whatever is meant for you.